Welcome back. Well, we're right here on the corner of elegance meets simplicity. Are you intrigued? Well, you should be. I'm here with Larry from IntriG Wainscoting. And Larry, we are very impressed. I can't wait to share all the details with our viewers. Give us a thumbnail sketch of what your company does.
Well, essentially, we manufacture wainscoting in profiles that used to be considered cost prohibitive or even impossible to do.
Well, Larry, the interesting elements about this is that it is simple and it is very elegant, and that's really throughout the entire line.
Sure. We'd like to say that our product is engineered efficiency in wainscoting. We can take somebody's design and incorporate it into panels for them, but we also offer 10 designs of our own, and they're offered in heights from 32 up to 48 inches, and then we go into a 72-inch mid-wall section. And each one of our products that we do is measured specifically to wall dimensions. This is not a kit process. This is actually a custom profile program. But in IntriG, custom is not a dirty word because it's our everyday function. People give us design concepts, CAD drawings, and we turn those into beautiful works of wall art.
And it doesn't even have to be a CAD drawing. If you have a concept out here, having a little problem getting it out, you guys really have a lot of depth in your company, and that experience can help that drawing on a napkin come to life and end up on your wall.
That's very true. With just the most basic measurements from the consumer, we can then take our product, turn it into a complete wall system. A generic measurement is taken, and they're very simple measurements, wall to casing to wall, and a height for under a window. And with that measurement alone, we can do balanced wall systems without partial panels. And the beauty of that, of course, is it installs quick, rapidly, and is exceedingly cost-effective.
Well, you kind of have an example of, what a typical setup might be. This one here looks quite complex. We got a number of different panels.
Yes. This would be typical wainscoting, and typical wainscoting is usually rectangular and square. And as you see, we do curves, and this is non-typical. But this panel alone that you see here, it's an 8-foot section, and if you do the counting and do the math, there's 15 pieces to assemble this piece. Now, needless to say, an installer with talent needs to do this because if you're not level and plumb, everything is bad. But with the IntriG program, and here's energy efficiency.
That is just amazing.
This is a single wall system, and this is where your general measurements actually come into play. So what we actually did here, if you can imagine that there's an outside wall there, the measurement was taken from the corner to the casing, again to the outside of the casing to the end of the wall. Then, with an under-height measurement to the windowsill, we generated this complete program flawlessly. So in other words, balanced panels, both ends, sequentially placed properly at the correct height under the windows. And this was done because of our design capacity. And it took many, many years to develop this and countless hours of programming to be able to create this type of a program. The beauty, of course, is, number one, the product itself, very cost-effective because of our advanced engineering and manufacturing techniques. Moreover than that, the installation is fractions because as opposed to a guy spending all day to get a 15-foot section gone, we just did it in one fluent sweep. Now, for sections that are longer than 12 foot, and 12 foot is the maximum that we run a single wall section in, after that we incorporate a tongue and groove. So with our tongue and groove program, you can run seamless sections, infinite distances.
Just amazing. So I can add a lot of detail, but yet keep the expense down for the material and the installation. And if I'm a contractor, that extra time is actually going to equate to money I can put in my pocket.
It's a massive dollars and cents savings. Traditionally, for example, this program behind us and right here, curves, unheard of, totally cost prohibitive, and people would shy away immediately because of a perceived issue. I can't afford this. I'm not even going to think about it. Whereas for a single price per lineal foot, we can cost this out very quickly, very effectively. Our order program is so simple. We have the most basic of order forms. It doesn't take any real high tech to fill out the form. It's a matter of checking a box with preferences and then some generic measurements from your walls. We can create rooms, homes, industrial aspects, commercial. We're very, very fluent in all those.
This is just amazing. And the secret behind it all is the fact that you've developed this material above and beyond to last forever and be extremely durable.
Oh, absolutely. At IntriG, we're extremely eco-friendly. We were green before green was fashionable. The product that we use is an inner dimension, high-end, high-density MDF product. And the reason being, it carves beautifully, takes impact drastically, but it's a low content of all the formaldehyde adhesives, no VOCs, that type of thing. We also offer a totally green product for those who are interested in lead credits for commercial applications. And there's a new legislation going on, and it's spurring from California, VOCs and things of that nature. We now have a residential code for green building. We fit the bill perfectly.
Now, I think it's important to point out that not all MDF is created equal, because we almost have to re-educate the public out there. This is a durable MDF beyond wood itself.
Yes. Most MDFs are what we call construction grade, and if you're familiar with MDF moldings, they're a great value, but they're made of ultralight MDF. When they're impacted, they fall apart and they crumble. Our particular product here is harder than wood itself. And in situations of environment where people are beating on walls, chairs up against walls, hallways in commercial applications, we can stand up to that. And traditional MDF just can't do that.
And this is really going to be able to take a beating, look good for years to come.
And there's nothing about the product that is not repairable. Repairing the product is very easy. You can use generic terms like Bondo and fill in the largest of holes, and it sands beautifully. So if a guy was to install a job and drop a corner, he didn't lose the piece. The piece is very repairable. I myself could put an outlet at 46 when I really wanted 64. I can actually put that component back into the wall, and we'll use Bondo as a term because it's hard, it sands, and it's paintable. You can fix it in 15 minutes. You haven't lost a step.
Just amazing. Now, to illustrate that, you have a couple of tools you're going to pull out here. Is that right?
Certainly do, certainly do.
Now, Larry, what do you have here?
Well, typically, wainscoting is usually made out of solid lumber. There are kits available made of lightweight MDF, but it's not the same program at all. I'd like you to beat on this piece of wood and then beat on our MDF.
Okay, well, here, take the microphone. Mm-hmm. Now, just whack this anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
A little steam on it.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
I left a sizable dent.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that, though. I'm sorry about that.
But that's going to happen. That is going to
happen.
happen.
Little glue, or maybe just another panel.
We might have to reorder that piece.
That. Okay.
Now, what you're seeing here, this is our MDF product primed from the factory. This is exactly how it comes to the customer. Wail on it.
Give it a whack.
Wail on it. No.
Well, it's nutty.
Hit it. I mean, hit it. There.
Well, that was much harder than I hit the wood with.
Exactly.
Now, Larry, the beauty of this is that we can expect it to be very durable, very beautiful, and as I understand, you have a product that's very flexible. Tell us about what you have.
Yes, we do. We've taken great steps forward in trying to service the demand that's out there for the high-end architecture and the historical buildings. And as you can see, we've come up with just that. Barrel ceilings, radius walls, we can cover them all. And the beauty, of course, is this particular product is stainable as well as paintable, and again, very, very impact resistant, so it could be used in real high traffic areas.
Now, what do I have here, Larry?
It's not exactly what you would see plastic pipe made out of, but it's in the same line. So in other words, for exterior applications, moisture areas, anything that might be insect prone is impervious to its product. Paintable again.
Just amazing. So I can have this outside, not have to worry about it, replacing it every year. It's going to be there year in, year out.
Absolutely, absolutely. If you wanted to bring it in your sauna, you'd have no problem there, too.
Now, Larry, I got a question for you. What if there's electric that's involved that maybe we need access to?
Yeah, electricity can be an issue. A perfect example would, if you're doing a dining room, that outlet might service the second floor. You really can't move that around in a cost-effective method. So what we've done is we've incorporated a reverse filler strip. So if you had an outlet that came in the wrong position into the profile, cut for the outlet, put the filler strip in, recut the outlet, sand it and prime it. You haven't lost a step and you didn't lose a penny. We have 3 different profiles for our raised panels. So we have 3 different profiles of filler strips. Every order comes with quite a bit of filler, just in case. You might have HVAC in every room. This is a way to deal with that, especially if it falls in a bad position. You can't design a house and not put in the hardcore fundamentals. This is accessories. This works well.
Well, Larry, right now you have to have the attention of all of our viewers at home. What's the best way for them to learn more about IntriG? Because I know they are intrigued.
Our website is a wealth of information, which is IntriG.net. The beauty of the website, not only does it have pictures, but it takes through every facet of our ordering program. It has installation, advice, and instructions. And moreover than that, it gives you pricing, choices of product, and it's pretty basic. There's nothing high-tech about how to do it. Everything's downloadable.
Easy enough. Well, Larry, thank you so much for being on the show. Just amazing product.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.